I'm going to start trinket trading. But let me just let you all know that I'm here, because obviously I don't want to be talking to myself for hours and hours. Oh, it hasn't popped up yet. That's a bit rude. So these are the ones that I've started with. They are Lucky Ladybugs on a little leaf, and I'm just colouring them in with paint pens. Because paint pens are awesome. I don't understand why I'm not coming up. I've got to do it the hard way. Ooh. There it is. Perfect. Boom. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. So I've done 24 leaves in all different colours. So I've got dark leaves and bright leaves and teal leaves. I basically took all my shades of green, of which there are many. So I've got Lucky Ladybugs on a leaf. These ladybugs you can buy from $2 shops. They come in a pack of 35 for like $2. So I was like, that's really fun. But that's probably not enough. So then I've decided to do these little ghosties, and I'm going to put some sparkles on them. I am up early. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. So I thought, since I'm here, and look what I made to put them in. So I made a treasure chest. It magnetically closes. Isn't that so cool? So anyway, they're all going to live in there. Is the plan. I haven't decided if I want to paint the inside of the chest or not yet. And I haven't decided if I want to make this darker and put more coats of stain. These are two different colored stains. This one's called chestnut, and this one is called walnut. The walnut's got 2 layers. The chestnut's currently only got 1, because I wanted to have it very contrasty, but I think I want it a bit darker, so we'll see how I go. In the meantime, these are paint pens. You can buy them in packs from Kmart, or you used to be able to. That's where I got mine from. They're not even all that expensive, and they come with a lot of colours. The white, sometimes you have to put more than 1 layer on, because white's a bit fickle. That's okay. So I get to do all my craftiness. And this is just using up scrap bits of wood I had lying around, all these ghosts. So it's not really costing me anything to do, and they're just fun. But I thought I would take this opportunity to answer any questions that anybody has while I'm not sewing and concentrating on that. It does not take much to concentrate on colouring, which is awesome for like 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, this is pretty much what I plan on doing for part of today. I've also cut one of these out, and I've decided I'm going to sell it as like a flat pack where you get to build it yourself, because it is a bit fun to build. And this is from Vasily39, and he comes with instructions that I can print out. So I'm going to put them in a box, print off a sticker to put on the front of what it looks like, and then they can build them themselves, because I do get the appeal. And I noticed in Spotlight, for those that are in Australia, that kits, like wooden kits like this, have become very, very popular. They've got like walls of them now, so it feels like I'm right on point with them. I haven't worked out how much to charge. Hello, Amber. So the other thing I'd like to get done for Sunday, and I know I'm cutting it a bit close, and I'll do some sewing later, but I've got some dish towels that I want to put the toppers on. Obviously all in spooky stuff, but I've already got them, so it's not like it's going to cost me anything. I don't have to go out and buy anything, but I'd really like to do that. I also bought, and I don't know where they are, some bells, because I am ridiculous. So I kind of want to make up like maybe bees where they rattle. I don't know. I was playing with some ideas with some beads since I just have boxes of beads everywhere. And these came, and I thought they were little charms to hang off the bracelets, but it's huge. So I'm trying to figure out what I should do with that. And then I could put them in the box as well. It is very early for me. But since I'm not sewing, nobody's necessarily missing out. And like I said, I am happy to answer any random questions you have. It can be about sewing or laser or any of the other crafty things you've seen me do. And I am going to wake up to paint by numbers, kind of. These paint pens are awesome. I will say though, as much as I'm annoyed at the dodginess of the white, right? You can kind of see it's a bit splotchy. It does cover over everything. So it is a good paint pen, I shouldn't complain. And they were cheap Kmart ones. I think they were maybe $10, and you got trays of different colours. I thought it was pretty cool. It also just occurred to me I have not yet released the box video where I was making boxes for the bracelets. I got more bracelet stuff in. These are like creepy hearts. Look at them. How cool are they? And there's some other stuff somewhere. I don't know where it went. We love postage days. I was hoping for my other package to come, but I am not super hopeful on that. I think it's going to show up like 2 days after the market, which is annoying, but not the end of the world. I also want to do a mock setup of my thing. Now, should I do different coloured ghosts, or should I just do them all white? I've got these two here that I painted earlier, so I thought I could maybe put these in the eyes if they fit. I haven't checked if they fit. I got this from Temu, pretty sure. I also got my nails done because I was feeling it. What are you going to do? Oh, well, I just broke that. Oh, no. Maybe it's not meant to stay on there. I don't know. I probably just broke that. Now, in a perfect world, these are going to fit in the eyes. But of course they don't. So, where do I want to put the sparkles? Because I feel like they need sparkles. No, not in the mouth. I was going to do it for the eyes, but these ones are actually too big, believe it or not. I don't know. What is everybody else doing today? It does look kind of cool with them on the eyes. I also found my new favourite super glue. So you just squeeze the sides and they're actually squeezable so you don't get it everywhere. Weirdly excited about this, I am. You squeeze the sides and then boop. Love it. This will be my new brand of super glue from this point forward. So that one is ready to go. So these are just, so the whole idea of trinkets, for those that don't know, is they're not meant to have any monetary value. They're just meant to be like fun giveaways. It's called trinket trading, but I plan on basically giving them all out for free because I imagine nobody will have anything to trade. And that's okay, because this is weirdly fun. Is it a waste of my time? Probably. However, it's going to bring joy to others, especially the children that come. So why not? enough glue. That was my bad. Oh my god, these are so hard to grab, by the way. I am really bad at this. Whatever, it's fine. So anyway, that is the plan for the ghosties, I think. Have sparkle eyes. And then lucky ladybugs. I've only got 24 of these. I can make a few more. I also don't think they gave me 35 ladybugs, but what do? I also tried to make sure that all of my ladybugs are positioned slightly different. And then that way people can name them and have little pets. And ladybugs are good luck. Only the male ones. And the male ones are the red ones. I don't know who needs to know that. But only male ladybugs are lucky, apparently. I did not make that rule. It is just known. I'm only going to do a few more of these on camera, maybe. Unless somebody's got a question for me. I'm all about the answering of the questions. My channel has turned slightly more into a craft channel rather than just sewing these days, and I regret nothing. It is mainly sewing, and I do have to do some sewing later, so I might even record that. If you push it down, it brings the paint out. Oh yeah, there we go. So cool looking. My child's having a play date today, so I'm basically going to do this same theory. I'm going to cut out a bunch of things that they're into. I'm thinking maybe some Minecraft and some How to Train Your Dragon, and then I'm going to put a magnet on the back of them, because you can buy like cheap packets of magnets. You get like 100 for, I don't know, $10 or something. So I have heaps of magnets. So then the boys can sit and paint these with actual paints though, not the paint pens. It'll go too quick. As bad as that sounds. So I thought that would be something fun that they could do together. Because this house is all about the crafty stuff. Which has led to my child mutilating a lot of costumes I buy him. Because he then decides he wants it to be a different version of that particular character. So like yesterday, he got a new Jax toy costume. I don't really know what Jax is. It's some cartoon rabbit that wears pink overalls. Anyway, so I got it for him. And then about 2 hours later, he comes out and he's like, wouldn't it be cool, Mum, if half the costume was black so he looks like whatever the person, like the version of the cartoon. So I have sincerely warned him, do not trash the costume and make half of it black. But I also fully anticipate that's what he's going to do. He likes to zombify stuff. He did it to his Lego sets I got him as well. What do? He likes to be creative. I just would like the costume to last more than 24 hours, that's all. And yes, I could have made one, but the price of fabric, it was cheap to buy it. How cool are the ghosts? I kind of want to do a pale blue ghost, but I don't have any pale blue paint pen. It doesn't come in pale blue, or pale purple would also be cute. White's getting old. I've only done, what, 2, 4, 6 white, and I'm already bored. What is a good bag pattern for a 12 by 12 panel with a 10 by 10 image? Ooh, I reckon it would fit on my emu bag, and you would basically make the bag opposite. So the front of the bag has the slip pocket. You would put that on the back, with the zipper pocket and just leave the front panel blank. I'm pretty sure it'll fit on an Emu. But I need to research, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to research the size of panels that everyone's buying and then design a bag around the panel size. Because I feel like this is a very asked question. Like people are like, I've got this panel, what should I make? And I often see that you have to like add bits to the side or cut bits off or whatever to fit into the bag styles. But I don't want to do a tote because I feel like a tote is the obvious choice. So I need to design a non-tote bag, and it is on my list. I've got 3 patterns on my list. I can't design when everyone's home. I've tried, I've failed. It's not a thing. I need space and quiet and no interruptions to write a pattern. Turns out I have a theory from it. Itching to get stitching. So basically what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to go to a whole bunch of websites that sell panels to find out how big the whole panel is versus how big the image is, so I can work out a bag that's going to use as much of the panel as possible without having bits that you've got to fill in, unless I'm doing it as like a frame, because that could be cool. That would be a lot of fancy stitching though. But the only thing that I can think of off the top of my head is a 10 by 10 image. You could probably just squeeze it onto a Vixen. Although I think maybe Vixen's a bit too wide. Oh, maybe I should do the square version of Vixen, which is one of the patterns on the list, as a panel size. That's a really good idea. I want to do, Vixen is my most popular pattern. It's a perfect handbag size, but I want to make like a more squarer version where there's less round and more square. But if I take into consideration the size of panels and make sure the bag raw is only 12 inches wide, that should fit everyone's panels, and I just have to make it tall enough. I could work with that. With a gusset, that would be a really pretty pat. And then the back piece, we could do, I'm sick of just doing a Tory pocket. Has anyone got ideas for a back something? So on the back, I usually just put a flat slip pocket or a Tory pocket. Has anyone got a third idea? And I know I'm talking with my hands, it's because I got my nails done. I can feel myself doing it, but I'm not going to stop. Half of them have fallen out into the drawer. I really just need to make a pencil case for them all. You have to shake them up too, otherwise they look weird. Anybody else that's here, I see we've got 15 people. Anybody else that has ever bought a pattern or a panel, or has a panel sitting around, could you tell me their sizes? Like, are they all about 12 by 12 with the 10 by 10 image? Or do they get bigger? I know you can get like a child and an adult size panel. We're not talking adult panels because that's like the size of a whole t-shirt. I need the little ones. The little ones is where it's at. I am a little concerned that this is going to look very grey, but we'll see. Just bled a whole bunch of ink into one area and it can bleed itself out. I like it. Because designing a panel bag feels like a really good move that's not a tote. I'm not making a tote. You guys can make totes. I am going to do a video on how to design a tote. It's going to happen. Anyone can design a tote. I don't care who you are. You can all do it. Not a complex tote like Empress, but like a basic square tote anyone can do. We are going to do a video on it. Not this week because I've got the market Sunday and I should really concentrate on crap I want to take for that. Because I still need to make up the boxes of the flat packed versions of this and the towel toppers, and part of me really did want to get at least one coffin bag made, which I have not done. Disappointing, but what do you do? How do we feel about a silver ghost? Does he look just grey and obnoxious, or does he look alright? Glitterbug Fairy has a lot of different size panels. Okay then, so what's the most popular size panels that people buy? Because like I can do this, but I can't design 15 bags just for panels. That feels excessive. So I need to know. I'm going to scribble on this letter. I need to know what are the most common size panels. So she said she had a 12 by 12. I would love to know what other size panels. I have an A4 landscape and a portrait, and also an A5. So an A4, both ways, directions. I should write it properly. And an A5. See, A5, automatically my brain goes, let's do a clutch. It just does. Actually, I've got some of those little ones. I have an A4 landscape. Okay, we've done that. Maybe a slip pocket with a zipper pocket behind it. Yeah. I'd love to have like an originally idea. I've got nothing. So don't feel bad that you can't come up with it. I've got nothing. But I would just love to have something different. I think it's why I've stalled a little bit on designing patterns at the moment. I need something new and exciting and different as far as pockets go. I've got plenty of interior pocket options. It's the exterior that's, you know, the problem. Okay. But panel sizes. If anybody wants to chime in with a panel size that they have, or that they have bought in the past, I am all ears. So I guess I also need to know, so like when she said the panel's 12 by 12 and the design's 10 by 10, I do need to know how much of the space the panel takes up, or do we want to use the whole rectangle? Because otherwise I will have ideas, I promise. I'm writing down all the information so that I know. Hello, Netherlands. Janica? Janiki? Janique? I'm really sorry that I just butchered your name. I'm not great with pronouncing names, and I promise I'm not doing it to offend you. Hi from the Netherlands, and second time in a week. It is. I'm usually fast asleep because I'm usually, oh, it's 9 o'clock. Okay. So it's like 5 a.m. for me. But I decided to come on because why not? Pretty much. It's pretty much my theory on everything. Why not? Hello, Chantel. I am making trinket trader items that are then going to live into this fabulous box that I made. How cool is my treasure chest? The handles move, so you can like pick it up by the handles. The only hardware on here is 2 magnets. So you got a magnet there and a magnet there, so that when it goes shut, it kind of magnet shut a little bit. Very cool. So I'm gonna fill this treasure box with treasures, essentially. I have made a lot of lucky ladybugs on a leaf, just because it amuses me. And they're all different colours. I've got all different coloured leaves, like 6. So I'm going to take those. And then I thought, let's do something else. So I'm doing Spooky Ghosts with gem eyes because I have this, I'm not using it for anything else. This will make random children and adults very happy, right? And that's the whole point. Make other people happy. It's absolutely in my wheelhouse. I did some self-care yesterday, so I got my nails done. Even though we all know they're only gonna last 2 weeks before they fall off my fingers, right? I'm aware, but it made me happy to do something just for me, so I got my nails done. I'm also gonna put tan on today. And I regret nothing. I'm contemplating making a dress today. I've been looking up summer black dresses so that if I make a black dress to wear to the Dark Side Market, I'll wear it otherwise, like other places as well. I have a few candidates. So if I don't end up doing the towel toppers, which I should, but we all know that I might not, I will end up making myself a dress. Like a nice simple, I've got a few options. So I have a dress already that I would happily do. It's basically like a front panel with princess seams. It's lined, and then the straps just zigzag and then like zigzag all across the back, a bit like a corset, and then I could just put a cute little either gathered skirt or elastic skirt or something down the bottom. So that's my leading contender at the moment. Oh my god, he looks so cool. He's creepy with red eyes. I regret nothing. The panel. My name is very typical. It would translate to Janet or Joanne. Oh, I'm not trying to translate your name. I'm just trying to pronounce it without butchering it. I'm very sorry. 3 p.m. in New York. Oh my god, I can't talk. New York. 12 by 14 and the image is 10 by 10, okay? So 12 by 14 with an image that's 10 by 10. Is 10 by 10 pretty standard? Because I can work with that. I absolutely can. And I'll do accents that aren't square and straight. We're going to do curvy accents because curvy accents are fun, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I need to go on a bit of a panel collecting moment. I don't think I have a single like normal panel. I got some from a lady that was selling off some stuff she got sublimated, but that's not the same. It's on curtain fabric. Oh my god, yes. Blue eyes. I can feel myself being ridiculous with this, okay? I know that this is a waste of time, but it's 4 a.m. What else am I going to do? Oh, sorry, 5 a.m. now, but still. Lots of kids come to this market, and there's not a lot of kids items for sale. So this would be like a fun free thing they get. And hopefully it'll encourage others to do it too. I'm starting a trend, ladies and gentlemen. Green eyes. For those that weren't here at the start, I am going to start trinket trading as a thing that happens at the market, like they do in a Ren Fair in America. We don't have Ren Fairs here, or at least not regular ones that I'm aware of or have ever heard of. We did have one in Townsville. I now know who the owners and organisers are, but they're going to do it every second year, which is just, you know, not this year. So I've decided to start up trinket trading at the market. So if little kids or even adults want to pop down and bring me a random trinket, I'm going to keep all of the trinkets given to me. We're going to start a collage wall of them. I've already decided it's going to be like my treasure trove. I'm going to get probably a big cork board and then paint it green because I am who I am. And then everything that's gifted to me at the trinket trading, I am going to put on a wall. It's going to be amazing. I have plans, people. And it's nice to have unique names. I just wish I knew how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. To be fair, I can't be good at everything. I understand that, and yet I'm still annoyed at myself. Hot pink eyes! I love this glue. For anyone that needs to know, it is Loctite super glue. Loctite glue. But I love that you can like squeeze it out and it's got actual handles. I hate super glue as a general rule. But this one looked interesting, so I thought I'd buy it, and I am loving it. I also stuck this whole box together with the super glue because I didn't want to have to wait for the other glue to dry. I am not that much of a patient human. Hello, Knuckles. I don't know if you can see him, but he's come for pats. Haven't you, Bobby? Why don't you just make the panels into a circle bag? Just a thought. We could totally do that. Or is circle bag too boring? I understand. We could do a hexagonal bag. Ooh. Who wants a hexagonal bag? Like a crossbody bag. So not like too big. Because then we can put fun little accents. Oh, my brain's already got ideas for this. See, this is your fault. Hey, Bobby. You're so needy. Hello. Come here. Come here. I'm trying to get him in the camera. It's not working, but I'm trying. Hey, Bobby. Up. Up. No? Oh, that's all I get. Oh, you're so cute. He's already been for a walk this morning. I've used on backpacks. I don't foresee me or designing a backpack anytime soon, guys. And the main reason is because I don't use them. So I don't know what will be deemed awesome or pointless. I'm not a backpack girly. I don't know why I'm not. I think I just like a handbag. I definitely think the Emu would work. I had it vaguely in mind that it would be good to use as a panel. So you can either take off the front slip pocket, or if you're using an A4, if you've got an A4, you could probably put it as the slip pocket on the front instead of making it the 3 pieces. You could just make it a solid piece. Or put it on the back, make the back the front, and move the zipper to above the slip pocket. All viable options. Technically, I could make my own panels with embroidery, couldn't I? It's just occurred to me right now. Don't judge me. It's early in the morning. And I'm trying to wean off Red Bull, so I've gone to V because it's less strong. And we'll wean our way down is the plan. Because I don't actually need it for energy or awakenedness. I am a morning person. But awakenedness is my wheelhouse. He definitely looks silver and not grey, by the way. He's sparkly. You can't really tell. He's a bit metallic-y. I like it. But Emu would work. I think Vixen's not quite tall enough. I think you'd be cutting it close with a Vixen. What else? Let my brain think for a second. Temptress is no good. Seductress, which is like a fold-over clutch wallet. If you just add straps, you could have it as like a going-out bag. Seductress doesn't get much love. I should make some Seductresses because there has not been love for them lately. I feel like it's been forgotten. Like Harridan was. But Harridan's forgotten because of the crappy coloured bag I made with it. Harridan is actually fantastic as a modern day mini bag. I wonder if I can find my gold one. We could have some gold ghosts. The A-file would make the flap on a kangaroo without the pocket. See? There you go. I quite often leave that front pocket off because it gets in the way of whatever I've put on there as a design. The only time I really ever put it on original is if I'm doing a plain bag, which, if you know me at all, you know that that's not really my thing. I don't do plain. It's a struggle for me to do plain, actually. I really, really struggle to do like a classic plain colored bag with no crazy on it. Loctite is epic. I'm very excited about this super glue. I've only ever bought those like cheap tubes that get everywhere and the lid sticks on, and it's the first time I've bought like not $2 glue, but I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna do a green and a blue ghost. I don't know how good they're gonna look, but let's just do them anyway. And we'll do dark green and dark blue eyes on them. Because you never know who'll want a colourful ghost. I don't have pale purple. They've only got dark purples. That is the one downfall to this pack of paint pens. But in saying that, the pack was like $10, so I'm not complaining. They are awesome sauce. Don't even start. Okay, it needs more of a shake. It's coming out weird. I mean, I can pretty much design myself panels with the embroidery machine, or I could do it with iron-on and Cricut. We could absolutely make panels. We can buy DTFs. I actually prefer to do DTFs and embroidery because I can do it on vinyl. I'm really into like vinyl exteriors at the moment. Is my main, oh, whoa, heaps better. What happens when you actually shake them. Nothing against people that design the panels. I just want to be able to cut it out the way I want to cut it. He is nice and pale. Nice pale blue ghost. I'm quite happy with this colour at the moment, but they always dry darker. Keep that in mind if you're ever using a paint pen. They always dry darker. And white always dries splotchy and usually needs 2 layers. My life advice on paint pens from Kmart. I'm sure you can get more expensive ones that aren't doing these things, but whatever. My main source of income does not rely on my paint pens. These are literally free. But it's entertaining. It's stupid o'clock in the morning. Pale blue ghost does look cool. You could glaze the blue with the white paint pen. Oh yeah. I mean, we can do a lot of things. I'm trying not to be too much of a perfectionist. Like, if you have a close look at this, see how the white's a bit splotchy? I'm trying really hard to overlook it because they're free and nobody cares, but I care. It's really hard. So after I saw you use your pen knife, I had to have one. Oh my god, they're so good. So good. Sandra finds all the cool stuff in green. I love it. And it is essentially just a craft knife, but it's fun because it retracts. And we're all children here, and we should have fun things. Why have a boring craft knife with a lid that you lose when you can have it retract? You can't lose the retraction. Okay, that should be enough. Hopefully this is pale enough to not look terrible. And if so, they'll just do one. It won't really matter. I'm waiting for him to dry to see how he actually looks. Same with this one. This one is going to dry that colour. Some gadgets are worth it. I actually recharged my thread zapper yesterday. It's right here. That's why it's here. I charged it up so it's fully charged again. So we'll be seeing this in videos more because now it has power. It took ages to charge actually, which is good because it means it'll last ages. I've only ever charged it twice since I've owned it. I've had it well over a year and I use it fairly frequently. But I like this one over the one that's actually called Thread Zapper because this one doesn't take like batteries, and I found with the other one the batteries, you went through batteries so fast. This, not so much. So we love that. That is, for anyone that needs to know, it's Etkukai Thread Zapper. I have a video of it somewhere, but you just hold your finger on the button and it lights up and lets you know it's going. And then the end melts. Can you see that? It's dirty. That's why it's smoking. You should clean them regularly. It also comes with replacement nibs for when you just get too much grime on it and you can't clean it. I will clean that. You let it heat up and then you just wipe it on some fabric. It's not that hard. But the recharge is definitely going to help my life. I really like the Blue Ghost so far. Some gadgets are just worth having, and they're not necessarily expensive. Most of my stuff is not crazy. The only really expensive things I have purchased is this machine, but it was secondhand, so it wasn't like $3,500, which I'm pretty sure is what they are new. It was around $1,200. It's like less than half, and I love her. She's amazing. I paid brand new price for my Cricut Maker 3, and that was our housewarming gift to myself once we purchased the house. And the only other super expensive thing, lasers, but you know, whatever. This laser, the little one, is making its money back at markets. So I've decided that doesn't even count. The heat press. The heat press I did get like a fancy, expensive one. So the first heat press I had recently, I've actually gone through about 2, 3. So my original one was an Elna pants press, and I got given that for free from my husband's mate who got it and then never used it. So he gave it to me. That was my first heat press. Then I upgraded to the Viva one, which was around 150, which was a great press. But this very fancy Locklick automated press is epic. I love her because I use a heat press for every single bag. I love the convenience of it. I love the automatic thing. I love that I can't burn stuff. I love that I can put my custom, what I like to do instead of what it tells me to do. But I also like that if I was to go and venture into sublimation, which I've never done, if I get like a sublimated design, it's already got all of the details in it to do it properly without me having to do anything or research anything. I like that it can make me lazy if I want to be. And the second laser, if I wasn't taking it to markets, I could have actually just got a laser head for Slayer, but Slasher's portable. And for anyone that's new here and doesn't know who or what Slasher is my Xtool F1 Ultra. No, not Ultra. It's not Ultra. I don't have $8,000. It's the Xtool F1, and it does jewelry, and that's why I got it. So half of my stall, well, not quite half, but about half, is now laser engraved stuff, and then half is bags, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do a charm bar. So I have bracelet blanks and necklace blanks, and then they can get 5 5 charms. So you can get one blank that I laser engrave anything you want on it, and then you can pick from the other 1,000 charms I have to fill it out as a necklace or a bracelet. The principle's the same. I also do pendant necklaces. And because it's the dark side market, I have been toying with the idea of getting the necklaces that you can put like ashes in. Probably more so for people's pets, because I know that that's a thing. But I found some like little love hearts, and then you unscrew the top bit and you can put a little bit of the ashes in it. And while I personally wouldn't wear it, I don't think, it is still a cool idea, and I can see how some people might want it. So I'm toying with the idea of buying some for the next market in time for Christmas. We shall see. In the meantime, I'm wasting my day doing this. It's fine. Won't be all day. I've only got that many left anyway. And then I think that's enough for the first market of trinket trading. I don't quite know how many I should be taking, but I feel like this is a great start. But if any of you live in and around my area, you should come Sunday, and then you can get a ghostie or a lucky ladybug. If you draw, the reason I engrave it so deep is so it's easy to trace around, and you're less likely to get the paint in the holes, because that's not what we want. It's like, I know like some adults do those like adult coloring books. It's like that, but easier, with less chance of stuffing it up. And they're smaller, so you don't have to achieve as many. Let the pen flood with ink, or paint, or whatever. There are other ways you can do these. You can paint the whole thing first and then get like the paper transfer tape. You know how you can get plastic? So I've got the plastic transfer tape here somewhere. So this is plastic transfer tape. It's like the standard. You can actually get one that's like basically a big sheet of masking tape. So you can pre-paint the board white and then laser engrave and cut it, and then you just peel off the transfer tape and everything's painted. The downside to that plan is then you have to pick out all the finicky bits of transfer tape. So I mean, pros and cons to everything. And besides, it's kind of, I'm having fun having different coloured ghosts. Maybe not the green one. Not that I don't love green, but I don't feel the green ghost as much as I feel the blue and the silver. Whatever. There we go. Basically flood fill the area. Easy peasy. So this is just 3mm plyboard that I'm making these out of. You can also do MDF. I'm personally not a huge fan of MDF. It gums up the machine quicker. It has a different texture. It's just much more cardboardy than I would like, I think. Is my issue? I don't know. I don't know what my issue is, but I don't like, I've got some, but I don't like it as much as plyboard. I don't know what else to say. I can't pinpoint the reason why right now. I don't like it as much. Apart from the fact that you have to clean your machine a lot more frequently with the MDF, because the glue just melts and splatters everywhere. It's a nightmare to clean. This stuff feels slightly more wood and less glue than the MDF. But MDF is cheaper, so, you know, there's that. Not a lot cheaper, like $5 a board cheaper. Okay. Let's do a couple more silvers. I wish I knew where the gold pen was, but I can't see it in the drawer, and I don't know how much time I want to really put into finding it, because nobody probably cares what colour their ghostie is. You know, I think I've just decided mentally that I'm going to do a dress today. Do you guys want me to record that? Because I can. Try not to paint yourself, but like, it happens, I promise. I've got green all over me. I'll leave my paint hand even. Actually, give it a shake. Put the lid on when you shake it, or you'll just get paint everywhere. Been there, done that. Alright. This pen's actually probably running out now. Black and white are my two most used pens. Obviously. It is fairly relaxing to do this. It really is. It's also a great kid craft. If you do have a laser, great kid craft. Put a magnet on the back, stick them on the fridge. Put a hole in the top, turn them into a key ring. Put a bobby pin on them, turn them into a hair clip. Although you want to do them slightly smaller. That's a hair clip size one. Look at him. Isn't he cute? All the things, ladies and gentlemen. All the things. If you were doing magnets, you might want to do them a little bit bigger than this, but not much. Hair clips, you definitely want smaller. That's too much ghost in your hair. Far too much ghost. Make sure if you are going to make them that you make the divot. So on my 20-watt laser, I did 100% power and 150 millimeters per second to get it deep enough that it's easy to trace around. If you only do a very shallow edging, what you'll find is when you're painting like this, it's going to very easily dip into the wrong spots and wreck your whole moment. I have played that game before. Nobody wants that. But I do think I want a dress. I've got black fabric, so I don't have to go and buy anything. Unless I need a zip. I don't know if I have a zip. Don't know if I need a zip. I could just do elastic. All the things, people. All the things. I think I like circle skirts. I like to be able to twirl in my clothes. Does that make me childish? Yes. Yes, it does. You know what? I am going to do some more ghosts. They remind me of zombie ghosts. take the pen, texter, whatever you want. Oops. Don't paint the sewing machine table. What can I say? I'm a messy person. Chaotic. Creative chaotic is what I identify as. But every now and then I do like a deep clean and have it super uber organized just so I can trash it again. And I know that's what I'm doing. I don't even object. If you do all the tracing first, then you can just kind of flood fill everywhere else. Don't flood fill it if you didn't laser engrave deep enough though. It just falls into the hole and then you've got to sit there and try and fix it. It's not fun. Ask me how I know. Colour his head. Done. I've got 3 more to go, and then I stick eyes on, and then I think that's probably going to fill up my little trinket box. We'll see how it goes. I am excited to get this happening though. I think it's going to be fun. And then I think in each market I might do something just a little bit different. So this one is Ghosties and Lucky Ladybugs. And I could still do Lucky Ladybugs, but maybe next time I'll do them on Monstera Leaf instead, since I live in the tropics. You know, all the fun things. Round we go. Zombie ghosts. Not that that's obviously a thing. You can't have zombie ghosts. I understand that. I just don't think I care. We don't even have zombies, so... It's cool. Does anybody have any questions before I go? We're nearly to the end of me doing this. And then I need to go and find a pattern, cut it out, make a dress. I'm going to do it on the green machine because that is conducive to dressmaking over there. Has anybody else noticed that I don't colour any of these the same? I've just like consciously had to think about it, and I have no like procedure even in colouring. My brain is so chaotic. I'm not mad about it. I am who I am. But like I don't colour anything the same. I don't even know that I could. Push the button, and then don't get too close to the edge as soon as you push the button, because the paint comes flooding out and you never know how much. It comes out very fast with the silver pen, less fast with this one, but that one time it came out pretty fast, so you can never really truly judge it. Done. Alright, that is all my painting. Oh yeah. Now we just need ghosty eyes. So this came from, I'm pretty sure it was Temu. There's only a couple of dollars, and they're just pretty little gems. You could put these on bags We might even do that, but don't use Loctite on vinyl. Wrong vibe. You need like a semi-flexible glue, like an E6000. Or a shoe glue would also work. Because when they put it on the rubber, it's got to be able to flex with the movement of the walking. So just, you know, keep that in mind. The tweezers are definitely helping me not get glue on my hands, which I appreciate. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. One. And... dropped it. Dropped it twice. Good job, me. Please tell me there's still enough glue there to stick it. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's do two at once, shall we? We'll do a green one and a blue one. As soon as I flip that over. I'm sure there's a quicker and better way to do this. I just don't know what it is. Because I am not really accustomed to doing gems. I mean, I don't think I'm doing a terrible job, but I'm sure there's a faster way. I just don't know it. Let's do some ghosties with black eyes, because that's fun and very traditional. And when else am I going to use black gems? Actually, we totally could. But yeah, I reckon with an E6000 glue, you could totally glue these on as an alternative to like riveting everything. But it would have to be something that doesn't get used super frequently, I should think. Squeezing this bottle has been an absolute delight. And I know that sounds like a ridiculous thing to say, but try it. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. You guys aren't very chatty today. This is like the perfect time to ask all the questions, because this does not take a hell of a lot of concentration. Yeah. At least the eye gluing goes quicker. Ooh, feral orange ones. That'll be fun. These are very fluoro neon orange. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 4 ghosties with them. One of each color. So nothing is ever actually identical. And I understand that that's probably a ridiculous idea as well, but it's already done now. They're all just a little bit different. 2, 4, 6, 7, one more. 8. Oh my god. Does anyone know of a quicker way to deal with these gems? I might be getting an F1. Yes, you absolutely should. I love it. It's fun for customizing hardware. It is fun for jewelry. I'm a little bit jewelry nuts. Whatever. You can do wooden stuff on it. So you could make these on the F1. I only don't because the fan is set up to the other one. So you do need an extraction fan when you're cutting wood, because it stinks. Like, it smells like burning wood. It's not so much that it stinks, but like, you don't want smoke in your house. The M1's good too. The M1's cool because you can do crickety things, and you can buy a printer. Has anyone seen that? You can buy like a printer, print on the wood that I'm doing now, and then cut it out all in like a moment. I love that. I don't need it. I have enough, but it is super cool. It's taking away like machines. So you wouldn't need a Cricut because you could use the cutting tool in the M1. The orange eyes look very unhinged. I'm here for it. Ah, the M1 Ultra. I didn't realize there was a difference. I apologize. Still thought it was cool though. There's so many cool things we can do with lasers. I really need to get back to going around my house and lasering random surfaces just to make them cooler. I'm calling it the etch files because I'm ridiculous. And everything is a pun. Life is a big joke. Things can be funny. Enjoy yourself. That's why I'm Seems Legit. And it's the Etch Files. And I named them Slayer and Slasher after horror movies because they cut stuff. Be fun. Do. Done. Yay! Look at all the ghosties. No two are the same, ladies and gentlemen. Probably only ladies. I don't think I get many gentlemen on my channel. And that's okay. I love my lasers. I cannot highly recommend them enough. If you want to do handmade gifts for the rest of existence instead of going out and buying stuff, the F1 is small and compact, so it won't take up crap tons of space. But you can custom laser engrave. Like, you could buy your brother a wallet and then laser engrave his initials, and then boom, custom. You can do a set of coasters for people that use coasters. As you can see, I'm already not using a coaster. I have one, I just forget about it. So you can laser engrave anything and everything. You can do jewelry. I love jewelry. It will do like gold and silver. It just goes really slowly. It takes like 10 minutes to put a tiny little name on it, but it does do it. So if you wanted to buy someone like a really high quality fancy necklace, you can then laser engrave it custom. Nobody is getting bought gifts from me this year except maybe my child. Slate coasters, there you go. Wedding favors are fun. Stop it. Between a sewing machine and a laser, you should be good to make everything. Literally anything. There's not much I can't do with a laser and a sewing machine. The Cricut is an added bonus. And it's really good for like card things. If you're one of those people that loves to give cards to people, making your own with the Cricut, epic. I'm not huge on cards, but I do still make some every year, because why not? But sewing, there's so many cool things you can sew. And even a lot of my patterns are for men as well. I can list, so echidna is essentially a toiletry bag. So it's good for men. Kangaroo's a good gender neutral bag. Harridan's for men as well as women. I've seen someone carry, like a man carry something similar to the emu. It wasn't exactly the same, but if you do it right, leather, browns, blacks, you know, that would look cool. Army green even. The Hussy case is technically for a Nintendo Switch. However, I use mine for like part of the toiletry stuff. I made one the other day for a cord holder, which is perfect for men. Men have cords too. Men have Nintendo Switches too, you know. So there's 5 of my patterns off the top. Whippersnapper, I've had a lot of men buy Whippersnapper for their role-playing stuff. Not so much the Quokka. I think that's about it off the top of my head. But there's 6 of just my patterns that you can make for men. That's sewing. And then wood, like you could make one of these. This you could make on the F1, okay? I think. Maybe not. Not quite. Just because those panels are a bit too long, because you've only got 4 by 4 inches, 10 centimeter squares. But there's smaller versions of this, and that you could absolutely make. And you can make little treasure chests for people. You could leave them blank, let them color it, or you can flat pack it, which is what I'm going to do, and make them build it. People enjoy building stuff. So many things that you can do. Because men I find much harder to make for. Rag-a-brash, gym bag, that's for men. Men I find a lot harder to sew for, but now that I've got the laser, everything's just easier for men. So much easier. In saying that, usually once a year I make my brother a birthday or Christmas short sleeve shirt out of some outrageously loud color because he likes to be that person, and I like to facilitate him being that person. That way he can wear a loud shirt that none of his friends have, because they all do it. It's fine. But other than that, super hard to make for men. So the laser kind of solves that problem for me. Not to mention I'm custom laser engraving everything I can get my hands on. All my cheese knives have cheese puns on them. I don't even pull them out that often, but they exist and they have cheese puns. You won't convince me it's a bad idea. Alright, let's load up. Let's see how full we got this. I might have to still make more. I did make a lot of leaves with a lot of ladybugs. I didn't make the ladybugs. I bought them from a $2 shop. I regret nothing. You got a pack of 35 for $2. Like, who can even argue with that? And then ghosties. Look at that. She's full. That feels like the perfect first ever trinket trading that I do. Ugh. One of the eyes just fell off. Of course it did. Nope. I need straight tweezers to grab it. Oh my god, I'm about to give up and tip the whole thing out. I'll make them fit. Don't you worry about that. Glue. Custom laser tags for products. See, I do that. So I've got wooden tags for all of my products. So the price tag, like the swinging price tag, is wood. They are way more durable than freaking paper. You can reuse them. They look fancy. They make you look more high-end. So I absolutely make tags. All of my products have just a basic tag shape. It's got my logo, and then it's got the price. I don't write what the bag's called because that way they're interchangeable with everything else. But custom laser wood tags for your products, for your market. I make market displays. Did you guys see when I made that turning display? That was all done on the laser and with a drill. You need a drill as well. And I personally use the drop saw and a router to make the base look pretty, but you don't have to do that. You can buy a bit of wood and be done. I make my product tags and patches in leather. See? Beautiful. All these things you can do because you have laser. Because I find paper and me that just don't last, really. They really don't. Did you all see that I made a fake wax seal because I didn't want to have to deal with real wax seals while still getting the look of a wax seal? I'm determined to get this shut, just so you all know. Ah! Ta-da! I'm not going to open it again because they're all going to fall out, but it's in Trinket Trader. I'm actually going to make a sign that says Trinket Trader. And then I'm going to make some of the other stalls a sign if they want one too, because I'm a sharer like that. It's all about community. It's not like it costs me much. They'll be fine. I also had these gems I thought I might throw in there, but, you know. I could. I got hundreds of them. We bought a pack for my child because he needed 2. So they all just live in the bottom of this cupboard. And these could be earrings. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Hello, Maria. I saw that before you retracted it. Hi. Welcome. We're just not judging me and my craft drawers, okay? Everything just gets thrown in, and it's fine. So that's the size that you do for hair clips. Little ghosty. I think that's enough for my first Trinket Trader. That's still at least 50 items. And obviously I'm not just going to pass them out to everyone, but every kid will get one. Did I make money on my last sew-a-thon? I do not currently have enough yet to buy the thing that we were aiming for. But it got me closer. So what I need is a power bank pack thing to run the laser and the sewing machine so I can do any market ever. And the second I buy it, we're going to do a giveaway and a live with the laser. Even though it's noisy, we're still going to do it. It'll be fine. Maybe I'll get one of those microphones I clip on so you won't hear it as much. That feels like a good idea. So I didn't raise enough to get it. But that's okay. We're still a step closer. It'll be fine. I have faith that we'll get there eventually. And to be fair, my marathon ran short because my plugged-in phone decided not to charge properly. That was just outrageous. Ooh, I bought these. See, I keep buying stuff online and they're the wrong size. I bought these because I thought that they were littler and I was going to use them as bracelet charms. But they're big enough to be a necklace. So now I think I should try and laser engrave them. Because that'll be fun. I mean, they all look glass, just different colored glass. They're not gems. They're not stones. You can engrave stones, just FYI. But they're all just glass. So maybe if I paint like that one black, it'll kind of etch into it a little bit. I don't know. I'm not keeping them as a regular product, but they might be fun to experiment with. Because you can laser engrave glass with the lasers. You just have to put cheap black paint over them first. So they also told me they were gems. They're very clearly not. They are just glass hearts with crappy gold. I thought they were smaller. They're not, and they lied. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some, right? I took a chance, we failed, but I might still laser engrave them with stuff, and I can do them as giveaways. I can do them as experiments. There's things. They're not going to go in the bin. I could just put them in the box and give them away as trinkets, you know? How about putting some gems on the treasure box? Ooh. Ooh, I could. I'm not very good at that. I can admit when I'm not good at something, right? I am not good at drop-in linings, so I avoid them like the plague. I just work around them. I am not good at 3D designing. Like, I didn't design this. It was a thing I found online with a very clear instruction pack that I also still managed to stuff up, by the way. I had to pull it apart twice. Like this bit, first I put this on backwards, and then there's different, like this little bit here is different shapes, and there's long and short ones, and I put too long and too short on the back so it didn't line up. It was a whole thing. Gems on the treasure chest would be cool though. Like maybe, maybe in the corners? I could put a lucky ladybug on here. They just stick on. It would be cool. I will give it some thought. Try it out with blue tack to see how my designing skills go. But a very cool treasure chest. That would be amazing. Except I've only got pink gems. Other color gems would be ideal. Have like an array. Be ridiculous. I could also sell them as finished boxes. I have thought about it. But, you know, who knows? We'll see. If somebody wants to buy this box, I will let them. And then I'll just make another one. But with gems and stuff on it. Oh, and some moss. I don't have any moss, but like we could get some. We could put like some moss and some gems. Okay, now you've done it. Good morning, buddy. He has woken up and he is in his costume. Arrange them so they're falling out of the box. Thank you. See? That's not where my brain went.
Ready to do the challenge.
You ready? What challenge? Yeah, so my husband has challenged my child to go 24 hours without a single screen. So no Nintendo, no television, no computer. So we have started our challenge. We shall see how we go. He's excited to try. He also made me take away the remote so that he's less tempted to just turn it on. I can appreciate that. There's nothing in the rule that said I couldn't help. He's also got a play day today, which is going to help too. All right, gems cascading out. Now I want to go and buy colorful gems. This is your fault. But it would be cool. Like mini coins. Some pearls. Oh no, now you've done it. Okay, it's going to happen. I will, in my Facebook group, put up a final post of what I intend to do for the box. I also should have made the handles grey. Looking at it now, I'm like, should have painted them grey. Sorry, not sorry. I'll bet you're not. It is a cool idea though. I love this box. I think it's so cool. I love that the handles move, so you can like pick it up by the handles. They are proper stuck in there. They're not coming off. Love it. I'm so childish. Don't even care. Alright, I'm going to go and Google where I can find gems near me. I can't wait online. And I don't live in a city that'll do like same day delivery on Amazon. So I have to go and find somewhere where I can buy small gems in different colours that aren't just pink and make it up. Will I sew my dress on alive? Possibly. Quite possibly. I really do want to make a dress. I've got black. I've got my overlocker. I'm pretty sure I've got black thread for the overlocker. I do need to clean up my sewing machine table because it's covered in crap, essentially. Not even gonna lie, it's covered in crap. But I will do that. Get it all happening, and then make my box pretty. You'll be watching for me. I will announce it in my group if I do end up going live. If life is too chaotic here because my child's having a play date, I might not be able to do it as a live. We'll see. I'm not totally sold on which version of the dress I want to do. I've got two in mind. Two different dresses, that is. Both are awesome in their own right. I also haven't decided if I want to do embroidery on the skirt part of the dress. All the options. I've been stewing on it. Then I got sidetracked painting ghosts, and now I'll go back to stewing on it. I am tempted to open it. I love it. Weird things make me happy. The box makes me happy. If I can get it all right with putting all the stuff on it, I will sell them as finished items as well. We'll see. But I'm going to go entertain my child and pick a pattern, basically. I need to pick a pattern, make the dress. because I want to wear it Sunday, right? Match it. It's gonna match my black nails. I'm gonna wear my very cute boots. I'm gonna like make myself an outfit. I'm gonna put tan on. Do some self-love. Because I've been nothing but like working and cleaning for a very long time. So self-love, make some fabulous stuff. I have plans. I will see you all in the next video or in my Facebook group or whatever. Have a lovely day. Get your craft on. If you have the availability to do so, do something crafty. I don't care if it's not sewing. Show me in my Facebook group. And I'm talking with my hands again. Sorry about that. Bye.